Hi and welcome to today's video. I am kind of enjoying doing these old school kind of videos, and I feel like this one is going to be particularly exciting because I love looking at videos like this. It sounds really weird and creepy, but it's a fact. I want to quickly address I'm not wearing extensions. This is my natural hair. I've been getting asked that quite a bit. I've just literally Dysoned my hair this morning, and here's hoping it lasts considering the Mumbai humidity. But I'm not wearing extensions. I actually haven't reached for my extensions in a really long time. A haircut is about to happen. It is just around the corner. I'm not going to cut my length. I just want to style it up a little bit. But I'm going completely off the rails. This video is about what's on my phone. So let's not make this intro any longer and let's dive right into it. Okay, so really quickly, nothing in this video is to show off. I don't like that kind of content in general, so I'm just going to get that little disclaimer out of the way. Everything I share with you that's on my phone is literally everything. If it looks like a mess, I'm sorry, it is what it is. I'm not one of those people that's obsessive about organizing the icons. Some of it is organized, some of it is random as hell. The phone I use, in case you care, is an iPhone 12 Pro Max. I love the feeling of a nice big phone in my hand because it just gives me great grip. You can see more of the photos and videos, and naturally, since it's part of my job, that is a very big factor in consideration of whatever phone I get. I did not buy the 13 or 14, but there's a good chance that this year I will get the 15 Pro Max or whatever the bigger version is being called now. The wallpaper. Starting a quick screen recording while we're officially diving into my phone. My wallpaper. My wallpaper is a screenshot from a video of my adorable husband Gerard walking towards me. This is from our last trip to Sri Lanka from January 2022. I love this shot of him. It's just so like Bollywood-esque. There's one more wallpaper that I have, but I'm such an idiot. You know the thing where you can like switch up and see other wallpapers? I don't know how to switch between them. I know I sound completely ridiculous saying this, but I just don't get the press right. So at some point I will do it and insert a screenshot in the video, which is a wallpaper of my parents from our wedding. Before I got married, it used to be consistently a picture of my parents from my brother's wedding. So literally from the time my brother got married in 2011 February, my wallpaper has just been my parents, and now it shuffles between my parents and my husband. Right off the bat, you can see what my icons look like over here in this pull down notification center. You will see Shazam, you will see a QR code scanner. I always have my calculator, torch, world timer, clock, camera, alarm, voice memos, things like that. The entrance Chashma Ranjan icon that you're seeing will come to in a hot second. Let's quickly go to frame number 1 that I have going on over here, which is the front screen of my phone. Messages. I don't think I need to dive into like the default apps that all of our iPhones come with. I have Safari, which is the browser that I use. Notes. I use notes individually as well as I use shared notes between my husband and I, my team and I. So I use it for both personal and recreational purposes. Camera, photos, Instagram, Spotify. I really have enjoyed using Spotify quite a bit. This is not sponsored. Settings. Click is a shortcut that my uncle put for me. So if I click on click, basically, it literally just instantly goes to the camera. Hi, Cleantha. My assistant's working there on the other side that you're seeing on the screen right now. And when I hit record, it basically does the same thing but starts a video. Over here, I have my calendar on full because I always like to see and know what's on my schedule for the day. I get to see birthdays up front. I have text G, which is like if I want to send him a quick message, I can literally just hit that and it'll give me the ability to text him without going into multiple apps and things. Again, I have to admit, I don't know how to set up these shortcuts correctly because I have tried, but my uncle did it for me and I'm very grateful that he did. Then you see a little blank spot over here and it says verified, because when I was saving the verified website to home screen, it's not an app, it's verified.in, which is our website. When I was saving it to home screen, it was on a blank moment and I think that just got saved. And like I said, I'm not someone who is obsessive about the way my icons look, so I just never bothered replacing it with my logo or anything. Sorry, I don't know what happened to my voice there for a second. But I just let it stay. I know where to go if I need to go to verified.in. Then I have the YouTube Studio and the YouTube apps, which is of course this wonderful platform that we're able to communicate through. Then I have a little medical set of icons over here. I use the Flow app to track my period, to track my ovulation and things like that. I have offloaded it, but I have the pregnancy app to keep my week by week updates going. I was pregnant for about 7 to 8 weeks earlier in 2023, and I had a miscarriage, in case you did not know. And I'm very honest and vocal about that journey, so I'm not affected by talking about it in this moment, but I had that app over here because it helped me keep track of things. I like to see things like what fruit or what seed or whatever stage the fetus was at that time. Then I have the health app, which is actually linked to both my mum and Gerard, because I like to keep a tab on all of our stats, and Jerry is obsessed with keeping a tab on all of our stats. He is crazy sometimes. Then I have a little dining note, again something I was using while I was pregnant, to keep a track on, you know, daily intake of food, making sure I'm hitting all the nutrients per day, etc., etc. Then I have the Shopify app. My brand Verified is hosted on a Shopify backend, which is really simple, really smooth. This is not sponsored, but I have the app over here so that I can always look into any data, stats, daily sales figures, weekly sales figures, monthly sales figures, who's ordered what. I always have all that kind of data right there at the tip of my finger, at the touch of my finger. I don't deep dive into it as often as I used to, because Gerard has done a fantastic job in taking under his wing the day-to-day ups of the brand. But whenever I do need to get into it, this is where I go to. I'm obviously not going to tap on it and reveal stats and stuff. Then we have the Shopify Inbox app. You can see that it has a little offloaded icon over there with a little cloud sign, so it's not on the phone. I would have to re-download it. This again is linked to the Verified website. It's not on my phone anymore because I don't look into customer service anymore. When I did at the start while launching the brand, I used to do a lot of DMs myself, customer service myself. So when and if somebody comes and leaves a message or chat on the website, on the chat option, I'll leave some screenshots over here on the screen so you know what I'm talking about. It used to come on my phone as well. Now I think I've become more comfortable with my team taking over. I was going a little bit crazy, but if at any point of time someone from the team's on leave and I need to step in, I'll re-download it so I can keep a tab on what's happening and reply to people myself if required. Then I have Twitter. Then the WCC and ACC icons you're seeing are actually, again, I love to save bookmarks directly to my phone. You know, when you're on like a really cool page, you can hit the up sign on Safari, let's say for example, and have it go to add home screen. That is exactly what I'm talking about. I save a bunch of things to home screen as and when required, simply because I think it's a great shortcut to have where I need to go directly to a specific URL. So WCC is the Verified Content Calendar and ACC is the Aanam Content Calendar. I have my team or the Verified team looking into things, and I keep a close tab on absolutely everything. This way, all the sponsored content, collab posts, sales, offers, I know exactly what's going up when, what's happening when. This is my easiest way of just keeping a tab on it. Again, obviously I'm not going to open this and show it to you, but you know what's on my phone now. Next, I have page 2. Now on page 2, we have shortcuts, and I have literally never clicked on short. Oh, this is where he made all of those. Okay, there you go. The question is answered. Where did he make all of that from? He made it from shortcuts. In case you want to try this out on your iPhone, now you know what to do. Then I have Google, which basically has Maps, Google, and GoTrends. GoTrends is something that used to be really useful to me at one point of time. Now I just look at things from the YouTube section itself. Google is just, I pretty much Google on Safari, so it doesn't matter. There's a Tips app, and then there's Entertainment, where I have Prime Video, Netflix, and Hotstar. In our household, between Jerry and I, we subscribe to pretty much every single OTT platform that there is in India. Apart from Prime, Netflix, Hotstar, we're also members of YouTube Premium, Z5, Jio Cinema, Voot, I think we're on Woot. Maybe we're not on Woot. What else is there? What other apps, OTT apps do we have? You think of an OTT app and we're pretty much subscribers of it because we only watch content on OTT platforms. We literally don't watch cable TV at all. Then for business, I have LinkedIn, Google Pay, Ads Manager, and Business Suite. Notion is something I literally just downloaded last week. I haven't even opened it, so I have no idea what it is. So I can't give you a recommendation or a review on it. But I saw somebody else talking about it, and I hit download. I'll get into it and come back to you at a later time if you want me to do a part 2 of the apps that I'm not yet really into. Then I have the Vodafone app, which is Vodafone V, whatever you want to call it. I've had the same number since the summer after the 5th standard. My parents and I were on a Europe trip, and my dad had got a separate number from his usual number just for the trip, because at that point of time, I remember international roaming used to be so expensive. So incoming calls and outgoing calls were like ridiculously expensive, and so he kept a separate number for the summer, and it's a really good number. I'm obviously not going to say it, but I remember at the end of the summer when he was possibly going to disconnect his chip or throw it or whatever, I said, can I get it, because I really like that number. And so that number has been mine since literally the summer after the 5th standard. So I want to say I was 10 years old. If you are wondering when I got my first cell phone, I got a cell phone a little bit too soon in life. It was my parents' choice. I was just a child. But my brother got a phone. He's 4 years elder than me. And because he got a phone, I got a phone. I think all the older siblings are like, whenever they have to wait for things, and then the younger sibling gets things because of them. So I got a phone in my 4th standard. Yeah, you can call me, actually, I'm not a spoiled person, but I understand that that's just way too early for a child to have had a phone in that generation, in my generation. In the current generation, I think all kids have phones and iPads and whatnot. The next set of apps over here are literally all offloaded. I have Snapchat, Amazon Alexa, Duo, Mo something, and if I click on it, it is going to end up downloading it, and I don't want it to download it. And then Shazam. The Duo one, I think, is what helps protect your passwords, etc. from a bunch of apps, on a bunch of apps. And then I have Pinterest, which I love so very much. After that, we have FaceTime, which I love. And then I have the podcast and music app. Maybe I should move Spotify over here. See what I mean? Like, I'm just not somebody who keeps this stuff very organized. Then I have a bunch of our camera apps, because we do have a bunch of cameras from my house, a whole bunch of cameras, a couple of security cameras outside, and then we obviously have a whole bunch of security cameras at the verified office. So a lot of them go into these apps. Then you have the App Store in itself. You have the home icon, the home app. In utilities, just a bunch of things like contacts, calculator, compass, measure, which I really should try to use sometime. I've heard a lot of things about the measure app, but I've never used it. Voice memos, which I use a lot, stocks, weather, clock, and calendar. In the travel apps, I have Kayak, Booking.com, Make My Trip, Roam to Rio, and Airbnb. In the news, I have InShots, but it's offloaded clearly at the moment. I click on a lot of links from WhatsApp, and then I get a lot of my news actually by my, when I log on to my computer. You should let me know in the comments if you want me to do a what's on my computer, because that will be a very long video. I have the headlines of the day that come up as different bookmarks on my computer. I use Google Chrome on my computer. And then I also browse through Twitter in specific feeds whenever I want to get my news. Shop, I have Nykaa, Swiggy, Amazon, Myntra, IKEA, the Tata Palette app, Zara, Big Basket. I reload Big Basket a couple of times a month, and Zomato, and the Real. I love keeping a tab on the Real. I don't know if I'm going to buy, not buy, but I love browsing through this app. They are known for pre-loved luxury items across various categories. Then you have reminders, which I really don't use. I'll tell you what I do use. We'll come to that in a bit. Then I use Drives, which is both Google Sheets and Google Drive. I have Lightroom, and I have Canva Story, I think, something over there. Again, it's offloaded. I don't use things much. Everything is pretty much offloaded. Preview, PixArt, Continual, Photo T something, PS Camera, Prequel, Repost, and Video Leap. I genuinely don't even remember the last time I opened this section except for Lightroom. I do use Lightroom to adjust lighting in certain photos, if at all, nothing else. If you want me to do a video on how I edit my photos, let me know down below in the comments. I would be happy to show you how I don't overdo them, but also like just subtly adjust the lighting, contrast, and the things I mess with, let's call it. Social networking, I have Google Meet, Messenger, Zoom, Calendly, and Facebook. Again, you can see whichever ones are offloaded. I don't use them very often, and I go back and hit like just the download button whenever I need to. The thing about apps and why I don't delete them and just leave them offloaded is because it takes away the storage and data, but when you hit reload from offload, your data is still preserved there, which I kind of like. Then I have on the business section ShipRocket and Shopify POS app. Again, I don't use these on the phone much. I only download the Shopify POS ones when we're having things like pop-ups, etc. And I love the fact that now my team kind of handles this, so they look into that as well. And Jerry, of course, inclusive of the team mention. PharmEasy, again, I literally just downloaded about, I want to say 10 or 12 days ago. Somebody who doesn't live in India had come down and somebody else was referring PharmEasy to them, and I said, oh wait, I haven't heard about this and I should download it, so I downloaded it. But I do have a lot of pharmacists literally down my house, below my house, in the market next to my house, and I don't know if I'm going to land up using it, but it's a handy app to have, clearly. And then we have Yale Home. So the lock that I have at home is a Yale lock. It's a smart lock, works with codes, works with RFID cards, works with fingerprint, and works with an app where I can either manually open like unlock the app from anywhere in the world, or there's a really cool setting where when we come up to our floor, as soon as it detects us within a few feet away, it automatically unlocks in our presence. So I love that we have this. It's a good investment that we made. Actually, when I bought this house in 18, we had a different Yale lock and that somehow didn't last as long. So this one has been with us, I want to say, for about a year and a half. And we're happy with it so far. And it's a lot more advanced than the one that we had before. If you've seen the house tour videos, you know which lock I'm talking about from before. Then I have the Discord app, which I talk to you guys on every once in a while. Dunzo is a local delivery. It's like a, you know, there was this really famous app called Get My Pune. It's kind of like that, where you can book it, somebody will come, pick up whatever you want to send somewhere else and take it elsewhere. It's like a Swiggy Genie, or it's like a Borzo or whatever else. I prefer Dunzo a whole lot, and again, I don't use it from my phone. It's something I'll land up using more from my computer, because I do have a Dunzo for business account that you don't have an app for. I use that from the computer a lot more, because they're very efficient, and I feel like they don't call you 50 times unnecessarily, which is really like, it's one of those filters that I know I have. Then Splitwise, again, I only land up re-downloading this and un-offload it when we go on a friend's trip, because it's really easy to keep hisab. It's really easy to know who you owe what and who owes you how much. Substack, I downloaded this at least a year ago. I don't know why I never really took to it, or I never really got into it, and it's just lying there offloaded. Then there's the Foreo app. Foreo, I had gotten into the microcurrent, you know, kind of, I want to call it almost like contouring, giving yourself those face massages quite a bit. But then I went ahead and tried the chin filler. And after the chin filler, the doctor told me that I need to put that on a pause for a month. And I clearly just never got back into it. I don't have any fillers anymore on my face. My lips have dissolved, my chin filler is gone, everything's pretty much gone. So I should probably re-download this app and get back into it. Then for the bank, I have both SBI, HDFC, ICICI. I have multiple accounts. So I have the ICICI and SBI apps over here. I have the Uber app, which I use every once in a while when I don't feel like driving. I have the Truecaller app, because we all need the Truecaller app. I am that person that will respond and call back every unknown call, but I'm also that person who will Truecaller your number before I call you back, because the number of spam calls, I know I mentioned this in a vlog recently at some point, the number of spam calls have really truly gone up quite a bit. Then there's the wallet app, which I never land up using. There's files, which I use for whenever I need to download things directly on my phone in terms of media to post on Instagram, stories, YouTube, whatever. Then there is Find My, and if I open this, it's going to reveal my location, or I would be more than happy to show you how it works. If you are an Apple user, highly recommending that you get onto Find My, because it helps you find your iPhone, my AirPods. If I have forgotten it somewhere, it tells me that. On this app, I also have my mom, my dad, and my husband, so they can see where I am at all times. I can see where they are at all times. It's just super, super handy. Then I have the Numerology Cal. Now, I am someone, I know everyone has their own set of beliefs and I respect each person's. I personally do believe in numerology, and I feel like I've tried and tested different ways of looking at it. My parents did once, really long ago, go to a very famous numerology expert who kind of obviously got my parents into it, and from my parents I got into it. I've read a lot about feng shui, numerology. I was always interested in it, and if you're wondering, the extra A in my name for Aanam in Aanam C, because it's Aanam, it's not Aanam, but I spell it with an extra A, like a double A, N-A-M, is because of numerology. So it does irk me when people misspell my name with an A, N-A-M, because I feel like whether or not you believe in it, it's important to respect what the opposite person believes in, because it's my name, so I choose how I want to spell it. So you need to respect my wishes. If you choose to spell your name in any way or pronounce your name in any way, I have to respect it. So I feel like that kind of has to go both ways. And I do look at numerology for a bunch of things, and I have found that it has worked in my favor on several occasions and milestones and parts of my life. So I have a specific website where I've fed in specific data, and then again I've saved it to home screen. So again, I don't want to open it naturally because I don't want to sit and get into those kind of details over here. I have the MTP app, which is your Mumbai, Maharashtra Traffic Police app. So in case I ever get a ticket, in case I'm ever in trouble, this would give me an alert. You would get a message, and then you'd have to go into the app and figure things out. Thankfully, and alhamdulillah, touch wood, I'm a very good driver and I don't get into trouble often. I have the Easy Quran app over here. If I ever feel like praying the Quran on the go, this is an app that basically has the entire Quran right there. Then I have the Hello BPCL app, which I think is something I downloaded ages ago. This is the gas app. When I say gas, I mean like cylinder gas, ghar ka, for the kitchen. I think it's that one. Again, it's offloaded, so it's clearly not of prime importance. I don't land up booking my gas cylinders for the kitchen from the app. I land up calling up the number, because it's an IVR. It's called an IVR, right? Something automated. You hit one button and it, because you're calling from the registered number. My phone is obviously the registered number for everything, in terms of house and those kind of things. It picks it up, I press 1 and it confirms, sends me a message saying confirmation. So I don't even need to use the app. That's actually even quicker than this app. Then I have the My Aadhaar Services app. I have the Books app, which actually I don't use at all on my phone. I use the Books app on my iPad a lot more. Then I have the Book My Show app. It is offloaded because I only download it when I need to. I have I clearly offload and reload a bunch of my apps. It's just, I don't know why I'm like that, but I'm realizing everyone might not be like that, but I'm like that. Then I have the iTunes U app. What's the iTunes U app? Why have I never opened half these apps? What's going on with me? Then I have the Arogya Setu app, which you need to have to verify all of your information, especially post-pandemic, especially at airports. Again, it's offloaded. I will reload it again when I go back to the airport for my next flight. And the last little icon section I have over here is the car little cluster. I have the Maharashtra Police app. I have the Drive U app. Again, I've literally never used it. I do not know why I have it, but it's a freelance driver platform that a few of my friends have recommended, and I just have it clearly. Then I have the FastTag app. Very important. Don't use it, because I actually land up paying for my FastTag from Google Pay. My Google Pay is linked with my car, again because it's the same number registered for everything. It makes it super easy. And then I have the Fast Lane app, which is something for quicker petrol filling at petrol pumps. Downloaded it and I've never used it. This is why my phone memory is as full as it is. But it's offloaded. Sorry, scratch that. I don't know why, but I have it. Next up, I have the Urban Company app. I've talked about booking Urban Company services so many times. Then I have the Porter app. Again, very handy to get furniture sent from one side to the other, or big size packages sent from one place to the other. I don't know, the door just banged. There's a ghost in my house. The next app I have is WeTransfer. It's something I have on my phone because if I ever need to send data from an event while traveling, anything to my team, you can send up to 2 GB at a time, and I send it and I'm done. So it's super, super, super handy to have. Then we have the M Indicator app. The M Indicator app is the train app across, I think, Maharashtra, I want to say. I live really, really close to one of the train stations on the Western line. So if ever I need to get somewhere, I'm running late, and if I feel like jumping on a train, which I do maybe every once in a while, it's super, super handy for me. Then I have the Authenticator Key Something app. I know it's for some passwords, something here and there. You are going to judge me so hard that I don't know everything that's on my phone as well as I should. I know it's doing something. When I re-download it, I know I can recover some passwords. I just don't remember which ones. Then I have the Watch app. I love wearing my Apple Watch, she says, while not wearing her Apple Watch, because I literally just put my watch to charge. It was a gift from my brother a couple of years ago, and I'm really grateful for it because it helps me get notifications on my phone, on my wrist on the go, and I don't need to keep picking up my phone. So if it's not an urgent thing, or if it's something that can wait, or if I'm working out, not like dance class, because you know I don't work out, but at dance class I know it's not urgent, so it's fine. I like the idea of having my Apple Watch on. The app right next to it, the fitness app, is actually not what I'm obsessed with here on the phone, but what I'm completely obsessed with on the watch, because it tells you how many steps you've walked, it tracks how much workout you've done in a day, how many calories you've burnt in a day, how much time you've stood up for in a day. It's just a really nice fitness based app. So while I don't really check it on the phone ever, I do check it on the watch very, very often. Next, I have the Tata Play Fiber app. Now, this is the internet service provider that we have locked in for the house as well as for the verified office, which is not very far from the house. It's walking distance from our house. This is something that's offloaded because I get an email alert or an SMS alert whenever my subscription is due, and I think we have a yearly subscription. So I re-download it, pay for it, and I'm done. Yeah. I almost forgot the word subscription there for a second. She says while reminding you to subscribe to the channel because it's free, unlike most of the apps over here. Just gonna put that out there. Then I have the Amazon Business app because I do have an Amazon Business account, and this is super handy to have. I have the Be Real app, which I'm truly, really, really enjoying. If you're not on Be Real, download it. If you are on Be Real, come follow me, add me as a friend. It's one of those apps where you have to take a picture with that 2-minute timer of whatever you're currently doing, and it's a dual camera, so it's on you and it's behind you. I'm gonna open this so I can show you what's here. I love this app. I'm quickly going to show you what my profile looks like over here. So for example, over here I have Divyesh sitting in front of me and me just, you know, literally with my hand in my face. I have just a camera in front of me over here. I have a vlogging setup in front of me over here. My team working while I'm recording. This, by the way, is literally the exact same setup that I'm currently sitting in. Another one of me with my team. This is me lying down showing you the fan. Another setup. But no, this is from our team trip when we were shooting. Another one where I was really ill, so I showed the fan. Another one of me in the setup with the mirror, and then with me in real life. So basically this is the Be Real app, and I really enjoy being on it. I love that you can't browse if you don't post on that day, which is kind of like whack, and I love it. Then there is the Ludo King app. I am fully the person who still plays Ludo King whenever I feel like it. I got to it really, really hard in the pandemic, and I still play it sometimes. I do. So I like that I have it on my phone. And then this is the very last app. We have the Insta360 app. I recently bought myself the Insta360 X3 camera, which you guys saw in my vlogs and which you guys have seen some footage for and liked as well. So yeah, gonna end on that note, on the new camera note, because this app helps you connect. I can import data from there, and again, it's just a really great new camera to have. Wow, I spoke a lot. Wait, I made a mistake. That is not the last app. I never got around to the bottom 4 apps at all, so I should probably get into that for a quick second. You recognize the WhatsApp app, obviously. You recognize the phone app, obviously. Those are the 2 green ones on either end. Then we have the Spark app, which is the email service, that email client that I like to use. I use mostly domain emails with verified, what, when, where, Aanam C, all of those things. And so that's the email client service that I like to use and my entire team uses as well. And then we have the To-Do app next to it. The To-Do app is something that I have been talking about for so long. It used to be an independent app called the To-Do app, and then it got bought out by Microsoft a few years ago. I absolutely love the app. You can make personal lists, private lists. You can make lists and invite your team to it, your friends to it. You can assign things to one another, so exactly the person who's supposed to do it knows that this is their task. You can assign reminders, due dates, even set certain tasks to be done on a monthly basis. So for example, when I say pay electricity on this date, the date I've set for it is the date that I know I get my electricity bill on email and via courier every month on. So I know I keep it for that date, I pay it, and even though I tick it saying done, I've set it on a monthly repeat schedule. So I know I have to pay my electricity in the next month on the same date. And then my office rent goes like that, my building maintenance goes like that. I have that set for a whole bunch of things, salaries, freelancers I work with, just absolutely everything comes together really well for me on this app. And on that note, truly, I have knocked off every single app on my phone, and I'm gonna have a lot of water because I need it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I truly hope that you found any of the apps or all of the apps over here is really useful. Go ahead and drop a comment below and tell me which of these apps you're gonna download, because now you've seen it here, and tell me what your favorite and least favorite apps to have on your phone are like as well. I love you so much. I've talked a lot, so I'm going to go have some water. Please make sure to turn those bell notifications on so you get alerts for all of my upcoming videos. There's a whole lot of really cool stuff coming up. Lots of travel content, lots of daily vlogs, lots of beauty content, and I hope you'll come back for more. Bye guys.